Ready to start, Daddy-o.
Ready to start. All right, I hit the record. Jesus Christ, dude. We've been recording for like 6 seconds. So that's the start of the episode right there. Christ. Welcome to the Weirdo Watchlist Podcast, the podcast that's slightly off, where we talk about movies from the Weirdo Watchlist created by Tyler, found on Letterboxd. Each episode, we spin a wheel and watch one of those movies. I am Mikey, that is Sam, we're the hosts, and we're going to talk about movies, but not quite yet, because we're going to talk about other stuff first.
We're going to talk about TV, which we just were. Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
We recommend it, apparently.
Yeah.
We both liked it, we just found out.
Yeah, just found out we both happen to have seen the first 2 seasons, at least.
Yes. I actually asked you that about the TV thing, because honestly, I don't watch that much TV. And I'm trying to think of things like that I should watch, and I have almost a distaste for TV because of how much I like movies, and I don't know, there's just so much generic TV out there.
You can watch so many movies in the time it takes to watch a TV show.
I know, you get so many more stories, and then often they drag the stories out in 3-4 seasons, and it gets shitty.
Yeah,
I don't like TV.
I've got
Gemstones, though.
Righteous Gemstones is good. That's a funny show. I think it's the best thing Danny McBride has probably ever done.
I love Danny McBride, actually. I really do. He's funny as fuck. And he helped make the Halloween movies, the newer ones.
Yeah, he wrote those, but people also have their issues with them. I'm a fan of Halloween Ends. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Are you really?
Yeah. The whole Corey Cunningham plotline I thought was great.
Is that the actor's name, or is that the person in the movie's name?
That's the character's name.
So that's how much I remember. I watched it once, and I have not given it another chance.
I haven't gone back to it yet either.
Yeah, it's I actually just rewatched the first of that trilogy. So the first Danny McBride one, just called Halloween, 28.
Halloween H40.
Damn, is that what people call it? People are calling it? That's what you're calling it?
It's what I'm calling it.
Hell yeah. But we also should mention that this is the spooky season. This is going to be the last episode before Halloween.
Yeah.
So, rightfully so, we are talking about Danny McBride and his Halloween movies. Do you like those? Do you like all the Halloween movies? Have you seen every single one of them?
I haven't seen all of them. I've seen the original for sure. Of course. I've seen the David Gordon Green Danny McBride trilogy, and that's it.
Yeah. You should watch more of them.
Haven't gotten to the rest of them. I do want to, because it sounds like a fun series to go through.
It is. There's some good, there's some bad. Speaking of horror movies, though, you went to the Trilon thing, yeah?
Yeah, I get the horror-thon. Hold on, I got a poster behind me.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm leaning back.
I'll have to watch the podcast video.
It's a pretty sick poster, but
Yeah,
no, it was great. I made it through all 5 movies. I thought there was only going to be 4 of them.
How long? 8 hours?
Yeah, it went from 9 p.m. to 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and you paid. Yeah. Can I ask how much you paid? Because it was a lot, wasn't it? It was $100 or some shit.
50.
Oh, okay.
So it's $10 a movie.
Put yourself through that, and it was fun. It was good time.
No,
bad time.
Yeah, I can pull up the list of movies.
Yeah, I saw you on Letterboxd. Shouts out, Mikey.
Shouts out.
Sidebart.
Yeah, right there. Letterboxd. So yeah, we started off with Shivers, David Cronenberg's Shivers, and the first 4 movies they all played on 35mm.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so the Shivers print that they had looked like garbage. It looked like it was kind of water damaged. It was all splotchy, but it was easy to get past, because you're just sitting there, you're in the movie. If you're watching the movie, you know it's an old print too.
Have you seen that? I haven't.
No, I haven't. All of the movies that they showed I'd never seen.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it was a great experience all around for that. But
Shivers?
Cronenberg's Shivers was great. It's about people who get a parasite that makes them horny.
Okay.
So, like The Fly, it's quite the horny flick, and then, everybody's just trying to fuck each other who doesn't have a parasite. And you don't want
That
the
sounds
parasite. You don't want the parasite, man, because then you're gonna get horny.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Don't want that.
You're gonna have premarital coitus, and nobody wants to be doing that. Nobody wants to be doing that shit.
No good. So after that, we did Carnival of Souls on 35, and that was a clean-looking print. That was a good print. Yeah, like nice, sharp image, bright contrast.
Never heard of that either.
From the 60s, black and white.
Okay,
so given
these movies were all over the place.
Yeah, so like given most of them were in the 70s.
Oh really?
Yeah. Given the age of the movie too, it's like insane how good of a print this was. Like, actually. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the shit out of that one. And then followed that up with Phantasm from 79. I think like most of these are in the Weirdo Watchlist already, so maybe we'll spin for them.
Oh really? Cool.
Yeah. And Phantasm, I didn't know what to expect out of that one, but the film print for that one was purple.
Really?
The whole movie was tinted purple, which is kind of funny.
Oh, weird.
But you get used to it pretty quickly, you know. And that one was a ton of fun too. A lot of like just insane shit happening.
Yeah.
Followed that one up with I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know, just fun teen slasher to like get everybody awake again.
Yeah.
That was the longest one. They played like hour 40. Most of them they keep around like 90 minutes. Just to keep things moving, squeeze as many in as they can.
Yeah.
But yeah, got Daphne and Fred from Scooby-Doo in that movie. That was insane. Like 3 years before both of them were back in there.
I haven't watched those movies in a long.
That's the wrong actress.
I've watched 2 of them. I think there's multiple that I haven't even seen in that series. I Know What You Did Last something.
I think people only like talk about the first one for a reason.
Yeah, true. That's true.
It's not like the Scream franchise where there's like a couple good ones. And
it's
like
the fucking Diet Scream series.
Yeah.
The 90s series that wishes it was Scream.
Then we watched that. After that, we watched Shock, which is an Italian movie from the 70s about some like creepy fucking kid doing some weird shit, giving his mom weirdo looks. I wasn't too much of a fan of that one, but that was the last movie we watched. So it was like
time to go home.
4 a.m. by the time that one started. So I was like, feeling it. Like, this is movie number 5 I have to sit there, and it's Italian, so I have to fucking read while I'm watching it.
Did a lot of people stay for the whole thing?
Yeah, no. I think one person left after the second movie, and more people than just his friends booed him out. There's like a line for pizza after the second movie, and he was like, "Guys, I'm quitting, tapping out," letting his friends know. And then I heard other people in line just start booing him.
After 2 movies?
After 2 movies, you pay $50 for 2 movies, but
yeah.
You know, that's $25. That's, you know, as much as going to just a fucking showing of Blue Beetle.
I love Blue Beetle. It's my favorite movie of the year.
And then, the next day, that's when I watched Sonatine, which we'll talk about later.
Yes, that is our Weirdo Watchlist of movie of the week.
It's in the title, it's in the thumbnail.
Oh, you know it is Sonatine, which I never found out what that means. Did you?
No, I don't usually look up the meanings of titles. You know?
I don't even know how to read.
But so big success for the Horathon. Is my first time going. I'm gonna try to go next year too.
Yeah.
And again, yes, kick-ass poster behind me. Trying to figure out how to point to it. Got a button that says I did it.
Nice.
And yeah, no, it was great. If you've got a fucking local theater that's doing a marathon, go do it. It's fun. You get breaks between the movies to fucking take a piss and stretch your legs and talk. So it's not one after the other for 9 hours. And it was a good crowd too. Nobody was shit talking. Yeah. Nobody was cracking jokes.
Drunk at 4 a.m. during the fucking last 2 movies.
Not a sight of alcohol. The Trial doesn't serve alcohol.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like a liquor license. They need like a liquor license. They do have THC drinks though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Should have just got ripped. ripped as hell at
I
the
don't know.
horror.
I don't know if they're that strong, but
I don't know if you're that strong, to be honest.
It's more of like a head thing, from what I overheard somebody mentioning. But anyway, yeah, it was great.
Cool. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
I do want to get into some of the other stuff we talked about watching last time for this episode specifically.
Oh yeah.
Exorcist Believer. I didn't watch it.
I went ahead and skipped that motherfucker.
I skipped it too. I heard it was
We did
bad. Yeah, we said we were gonna do it. We said we were gonna do it. Neither of us did. I have no regrets because it's out digitally. I think it's out digitally now. You can already So
I already have a copy. Let's say, but I'm not gonna watch it. I've heard enough really horrible things, and I watched one person's video, the Let Me Explain video series. I don't know if you've watched his shit, but he talked about it and how awful it was.
I've heard it's just like abhorrently one of the worst things this year. So I was like, I just don't need to.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of the other ones except for the original Exorcist.
Yeah.
So I don't need that movie.
And you don't need to, apparently, for this one. This one's like a
soft reboot.
Takes off. Yeah. Stupid.
And
they paid $400 million for the IP.
$400 million for the IP.
Yeah.
To make three movies, and this is the first one they pump out. Kind of insane. Yeah. Wish we could talk about it more, but...
we get to talk about the important stuff. We don't need to see the movie to know that it's a success or a failure. It's a failure.
Big dud. Big turd. But I did watch all the Wes Anderson Netflix shorts.
Oh, did you? Yes.
Those were fantastic.
Did you like them?
I liked all of them.
Fixing my camera. Don't worry about me.
It's all right.
You liked all of them? Yeah, they're fucking fun. They're fun. I like the shorter couple ones. There was like 140-ish minute one.
It's a wonderful story of Henry Sugar. That's 40 minutes long.
Yeah, and that's fine. I liked the shorter ones though. Honestly, like I called them. You remember Quibi?
Yeah.
I called them Wes Anderson Quibbies.
The Quibbies.
Yeah, those are my favorite Quibbies. I could go with a million Wes Anderson just storytelling like that. Like
they're great. The production behind them is so fluid. Like they just fucking breakneck pace, just going for it. Henry Sugar was honestly my favorite one. Like I've been kind of like middled out of Wes Anderson for like a few years. It's like love Budapest Hotel. Don't need to talk about how much that movie like rocks. I Love Dogs is fine. I think I need to rewatch that one. I haven't seen that since theaters. It was like 5 years ago.
I've never seen that one.
It's a stop motion one.
Yeah. I didn't like Fantastic Fox when I saw it as a kid, so I just never
might be because you were like a dumb kid.
I kind of still am though, so maybe I still wouldn't like it.
And then what else? French Dispatch I just was not a fan of. Like that one just didn't mesh with me at all. I might need to rewatch it since then I know what I'm getting myself into for that one. But there's just nothing that really like gelled with me. There's no like beef to the emotion. I think all the stories are just moving just like not too quickly, just too shallowish. I think. Yeah.
If you don't connect with it, then it is just a collection of scenes. It's a dollhouse film or whatever they call it, and it's. If you don't get the connection that the filmmaker's trying to do it, like if it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit.
Like people are saying it's like his best movie, which like if they're seeing something that I'm not, I'm not gonna like just discredit that so quickly. So,
all right, there's definitely something there, but
yeah. And then Wes Anderson did release Asteroid City this year, which I definitely liked more. That one was fun. I think I just had like a good audience sitting in with that one too because they're all laughing at the funny bits. The aliens showing up. They're all laughing at that.
It is a funny movie, honestly.
That one I liked a bit more.
I really enjoyed it. It's honestly one of my favorites of his.
It's not my favorite of his. There are a few that I definitely like more, but I didn't. Solid one. But
solid Wessie.
Leading into all of this. My feelings towards Wes Anderson lately, Henry Sugar really fucking knocked my socks off.
Yeah.
Just the way, you know, like they're all like everybody's like narrating the stories, just breakneck pace, scenes changing, going in and out, and then just going through this whole elaborate story, and you know, like just the way they time all like the camera looks with the dialogue too. You know, like Dev Patel saying, you know, like, I rushed down the hallway after him, and my partner looks at me and gives me this face, and it cuts to his friend just making a face.
Yeah.
Burst out laughing at that. That was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
And then, yeah, so and Benedict Cumberbatch was great in that, and that one. The Rat Catcher was also one of the top favorites of mine. Just cause I think just Ray Fiennes in as the Rat Catcher.
Oh, he was great.
His best performance ever, I think.
He's great. Did you watch that The Menu movie where he's like a chef?
Yeah.
I liked that one a lot.
Yeah. No, people were hyping up The Menu, and I just couldn't see the appeal of it, so I skipped it for a while. Yeah. But I got to it and was like, you know what? I get it.
Just his performance alone, I think, is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh man. There you are.
Wow. And then there was Poison, which I think is my least favorite.
Poison. Oh,
because it kind of like ends on kind of like a mean-spirited note. It kind of didn't flex well with me, I think. But yeah, Dev Patel definitely carried that one. And then The Swan was like fucking like tragic. That one was great too.
Depressing.
Depressing.
As
yeah.
hell.
It was the Rupert Friend was also fantastic in that one too. I think he like definitely led the charge, fucking full frontal with that one.
Oh yeah, that one was great. I think that one was my favorite. I think that was the first one I watched too. So like I didn't know what the fuck I was like, what are these? Why are there like 4 of the same looking things on on the internet right now that everybody's watching? And I watched it, and I think that one was fucking. It's a hard watch.
Yeah,
but you know what?
Some of Wes Anderson's best stuff in this little collection he did. I've got like a fucking Letterboxd list you can look at. Plug in the Letterboxd again. And it's like what he did like with this whole like Roald Dahl concept. I think just fucking worked wonders. It's not the first time he's done Roald Dahl before either. You know.
Oh, really?
I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is a Roald Dahl.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, but like The Swan, The Rat Catcher, Henry Sugar, I think is like some of his best fucking stuff. Like up there with all the other good movies he's made.
And he's good. He stays in his lane. Maybe this is kind of his bread and butter. Keep it super simple, make the sets fun and like theatrical and weird, and just tell a fucking story. You know, it's kind of right up his alley. You know.
Yeah, and again, he takes such a unique approach to it. Like, he's telling us a story.
Right.
And then just using it as, like, a fucking stage production.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I know, like, movies are stories to tell, but it feels like he's telling it to us.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, the whole, like, narration part of it, too.
Beautiful. Beautiful work, Wesy.
Fantastic, yeah. Fantastic stuff. I know friend of the show, Vinny, has been kind of, like, lukewarm to Wes Anderson too at this point. You know, there's a lot of stuff he used to do that, you know, he thinks is lacking. Yeah. A lot of like human elements, you know, and humanity and behind it, you know, instead of all the deadpan stuff. But where's the camera? The Roald Dahl collections on Netflix, fantastic. Highly recommend all of them. You can just sit down and watch all of them back to back to back. There's no like real order to them either. I mean, personally, I'd start with the longer one, the Henry Sugar one first.
Yeah.
Then just pick whichever one tells you to watch next.
I'm trying to look at these fucking movies that you watched on Letterboxd, but you saw The Creator now as well.
Yes, that's the next one we were going to talk about too. We mentioned that last time.
Hell yeah! Did you like it?
I liked it a lot. It's fucking derivative. It's cliche as hell. It doesn't say anything new that hasn't already been said before.
It really doesn't.
But it looks fantastic. And, you know, we can get into spoilers. This movie's been out for a while. Everybody who is planning on seeing it has already seen it.
Yeah.
Those little barrel guys, after I saw the movie, I saw your spoiler review, and you only talked about those barrel guys, those barrel bomb men.
That's all you need to talk about. That 1 minute of the movie when there's two robot boys running. Hilarious.
You like arming the bombs, and then they just run away.
Yes, sir. Got my commands. They're sprinting. They're full on just heavy sprint. Ah, man, that was the best part of the movie.
Honestly, it's like sci-fi stuff like that. That I love. Avatar 2. They've got like the big crab robots, like punching. And their only purpose is to like drill like little hooks into the fucking Talcoons so they can like rope them onto the ship. That's all they do. But they're big crab robots. And then here, the creator, you've got bombs that run. That's awesome.
So yeah, I liked a lot of the movie. The kid was great.
Yeah, kid was great.
Kid was really great.
Ken Watanabe, for his like little screen time, he was cool.
What's he?
He was the other android. The other.
Was he in Rogue One?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, he's in Isle of Dogs. Look at that.
Yeah. No. Here he is. Okay, I was gonna say Batman Begins, but he plays one character for 1 second of screen time. He's in Inception, Godzilla movies. Japanese actor.
Okay, yeah, I definitely know him. Who the fuck is the guy in Rogue One I'm thinking of?
Donnie Yen. That's who you're thinking of. Yeah, he was like, the Force is with me, and I am with the Force, and he's blind.
Didn't like that movie. Sorry,
Didn't like it either, but I gotta rewatch it. Yeah, it's Gareth Edwards. We're sorry.
I feel like these movies, though, Rogue One and the creator, are pretty like similar like style. Just one has a famous IP that can let a bunch of people down, and this one doesn't. And like this one can be cliche and kind of mid, but at least it's not like pretending to be Star Wars or pretending to be anything. It's its own thing. Thank God, Yeah,
it's its own thing. It's got a big ship that's got a big laser beam. That's
so cool. I love the lighting.
It looks great, but it's kind of terrifying knowing that it's a fucking just target.
Yeah.
This is waiting to shoot at something, but hey, that's the U.S. Army.
Yeah. It was a good one though. I kind of want to go see it again in theaters before it's gone.
It's pretty fucking good. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I mean, I might as well.
Yeah.
I might as well. I haven't got up the courage to see the 3.5 hour beast yet.
Well, you should, because I want to talk about that next episode, so we can go into it. Because I watched it. It's fucking great.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll talk about it if you...
3.5 hours go, though?
Felt like 2.5.
Okay, that's what people are saying. People are saying it's like so well paced, and I'm like, it better fucking be. Fucking 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, there's not a moment where I felt comfortable to pee. At one point, I did have to pee, and then my fiance told me, like, you missed this. And I was like, God damn it. Like, it was a pretty big thing.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like, like earth-shattering, but it was still a big moment that, I should have seen.
You should have peed your pants.
I should have.
You fool.
Dude, I had bad sushi. Not bad sushi where I was, like, sick, but it was, like, burbling my stomach. It was like, It was, like, rumbling. And every time it rumbled, it pushed into my bladder, making me feel worse.
Damn.
So I had to, like, get up and book it to the bathroom, and then after the movie, my fiance was like, dude, my stomach wouldn't stop shaking. And it's like, mine neither. I could hear yours.
Y'all got some fucking bad sushi.
It was delicious, but yeah, no, for some reason, it didn't want to sit still.
Yeah.
Neither of us threw up. It was just having a little shindig.
For 3.5 hours.
Yeah, for 3.5 hours.
Damn.
But no,
I thought about going to see it. I was gonna go see it, and then like right before I was gonna leave, I'm like, I would rather sleep before work, because like this is like a 4-hour commitment, me leaving and going to this thing.
Yeah.
And then I have to go to work right afterwards, and I'm like,
You do have to set like a day aside to go see it.
Yeah, I have to have an off day of work, and then I'll do it.
Yeah. But no, yeah, highly fucking recommend it.
Yeah, I'll have to see it.
No, I'd love to fucking talk about it.
Was there a lot of people in the theater?
Not really. I mean, we went to like the 10 o'clock show. So like the late show. 2 people did walk out of the movie though. Just because like...
Imagine... I mean, it's long.
It is long. It's the 10:15 show, so the movie didn't end until 2 a.m.
Damn.
Yeah, so I can imagine they
employees.
I can imagine they just didn't know it was 3.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And they picked the worst showtime to go to, or they just thought the movie was fucking boring. One of those two, fucking bozos nonetheless for not being brave.
Cowards. I don't care about American history.
It's all just hating against the white people anyway.
Yeah. This was sent by the liberals. Martin Scorsese, the liberal leader.
The liberal leader.
God damn.
Just watch a fucking Marvel movie, Marty.
Just do it, buddy. They're good. Watch Blue Beetle. If you don't like Marvel, you should check out Blue Beetle. Shouts out Blue Beetle.
Yeah, go see Killers of the Flower Moon, and then maybe go see The Creator too if you still haven't. But then I can't think of anything much else to say about The Creator. I mean, John David Washington was pretty alright. He was John David Washington, so
yeah. Honestly, I think it'll get forgotten. The movie will get forgotten in a year, and it won't probably make that much of an impact. But I'm happy it existed. I'm happy that it could come out. Did it make its money back? I don't know. I hope it does.
It could get the visual effects Oscar. That's my.
It could.
Calling it now. Doing that fucking Babe Ruth calling my shot.
It'd be a good nomination. At the very least, for sure, good nom.
Yeah.
What else do we see? What else happened in the last couple weeks here? What did I watch? You know what I watched? I watched
you said you were gonna
Vince Vaughn movie.
Psycho.
Oh yeah, he was in a remake of Psycho, wasn't he?
Yeah. Shot for shot remake.
Very close. It's a movie called Freaky.
Oh,
Psycho. Yeah, the one where he switches bodies with some like high school girl. It's
I thought
comedy.
that movie looked like shit, but everyone was saying that it was great.
It was fine.
Didn't convince me to watch it though.
It's
convince me now.
It's okay, so it's serviceable. If you like horror comedy, it's in the same vein of Happy Death Day or Totally Killer that just came out. All these like very basic horror comedies about young blonde girls, apparently. And that's what this is. I mean, Vince Vaughn, and it's The Animal with Rob Schneider, but instead of Rob Schneider, it's Vince Vaughn as a killer. And it's pretty funny. And there's ones... I don't know if I want to spoil it too much, but there's a scene that made me laugh so fucking hard, where Vince Vaughn, he's acting like a teenage girl, and it's funny. That's funny. That's a recipe for comedy right there. Vince Vaughn acting like a dumb blonde girl.
I heard like Vince Vaughn was like definitely the carrier of that.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. It's it's fine. It's nothing like I would write home about. It was a straight to DVD type of movie, maybe, but like, I don't know. Kind of fun. Did you watch Happy Death Day?
I watched Happy Death Day to You and thought that was awful.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
I
It's the same type of jam.
Same type of jam. 2020 freaky. Okay. So yeah, pandemic.
Yeah. Pandemic freaky.
Pandemic freaky. It's on Freevee for Freevee.
And you know it's not that good. No one else bought it, and it's on Freevee.
Whoops.
I don't even know if it went out in theaters. Probably it was just like a digital release. I remember it coming out in COVID times.
Yeah, I think it might have just maybe gotten like a couple of scrap theaters that just wanted to stay open.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn's funny as fuck though.
I imagine, if that's the premise, I imagine, like he just chews it up.
He does. He really does.
And
he's quiet. Like his character, the murderer, is like the type of like super quiet, doesn't really talk, walks after his victim. So like for the first 20 minutes of this movie, he says nothing, and then when they switch bodies, then the girl, her role is to just stand there quietly and look,
gets to chew on some cheese during the bits.
Chew on some cheese. Yep. Is that a phrase?
You
should make that up.
Making it up. Yeah, I know. Like people talk about like cheese when they watch a movie. Like it's cheesy and got some cheese to it.
Chewing on
But I'm not. Yeah.
Chewing on the cheese. Okay. Trademark that shit. I like it.
Stamping it.
Fucking chewing on the... Yo, you got nothing to do, just chew on the cheese, you know what I'm saying?
That's not the meaning I thought. It was chewing the cheese like Vince Vaughn chewing the cheese up in Freaky. Hamming it up.
Hamming it up and chewing the cheese.
Hamming it up is a real one I've heard before. Chewing the cheese.
For sure.
Yeah.
Chewing the cheese is a Mikey fucking ridge. My new fave.
We've hit 30 minutes. Do we want to talk about Sonatine?
I'm down. I don't know how much I have to say.
Okay, you did just watch it. I watched it like a week and a half, because I didn't know when we were going to record.
Yeah.
So I watched it like the day after the Horrorthon too. Like the next day, yeah.
Okay, so did you like Sonatine?
I did. I liked it a lot.
You did? Okay.
Yes.
Did you put a review up?
Yes. I said that it's a real good vibes movie, just hanging out for 90 minutes. And that's what this movie basically is.
I'm a little confused by some things and what the fuck this movie's about. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, much at all. I mean, what the fuck was it about?
I know it's about there's the main there's the main yakuza member we follow, Murakawa, right?
Yeah.
And the vibe I picked up, he fucking just is tired of being a yakuza member. He doesn't want to do any of the work. But when he gets orders to like hang out at this beach house and await further orders to do stuff for like this gang war that's going on, he's having a great fucking time. Just hanging out,
that's it, right?
not doing
that's the
work.
Whole movie.
That's most of the movie. And you can see it on his face when he has to do yakuza shit, like clapping some dude. He's miserable. You can see it on his face. He's not happy. But when he's hanging out at the beach doing bits with his friends, he's watching his friends have a sumo match. He's having
the best part of the movie.
He's having a great time.
It is just people hanging out for an hour and a half.
It's a fucking vibes movie. And listen,
it is.
This is why I'm going to talk about The Sopranos for a bit, because I felt it was pretty Sopranos coded.
Really?
Yeah. Because a lot of The Sopranos, there's like the mob stuff that happens in, a mob show like The Sopranos.
Yeah.
But then sometimes just random shenanigans have to happen. I'm not going to spoil anything for The Sopranos, but in one episode, the season 2 finale, Tony Soprano gets food poisoning, so he spends the whole episode miserably shitting his pants, and then he has to do mob shit. Season 3 opens up with the FBI trying to plant a bug in his house. And they're in his basement. They're like, look at his fucking water heater. This shit's about to blow up. And they're ready to get the bug in. They're watching the house, but they notice everybody at every Soprano's coming home for some reason. And what happens? The water pipe blew up. And there's water all over the house. Nothing important. Just a fucking dude trying to not have his house fall apart. Just everyday shenanigans happening in the Sopranos that just fuck everything up. Get in the way of being a mobster, get in the way of the gabagool. And that's kind of the vibes I picked up watching Sonatine.
You know what? I'm glad you did. I was just trying to figure things out the whole time. Like, what am I supposed to be focusing on here? And obviously, like, the main character, I liked him a lot. I liked his, like, a little bit unfeelingness, his nonchalantness with a lot of the shit, like no facial reactions when he's shooting people.
Yeah.
Type of thing. I love that. Like, I loved him.
He didn't want to take part in this fucking gang war, He
was bored. He was bored of it. He's like, and there was the scene where him and the girl are talking. She's like, "You're not afraid to die." He's just like, "I'm fucking scared all the time." He's just like,
"Yeah, I'm terrified." But he's just like numb to it.
He's just numb, and that's all he did. He goes the whole movie. And then there's one scene in the middle where it's like a dream sequence thing that I was like, all right, things are going to get fucking Weirdo Watchlist crazy up in here. And then they just went back to playing Frisbee for an hour. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, not an hour, but of course. But
they're playing little pranks, dude. They're digging holes in the sand, covering them up, waiting for somebody to drop by. And then they're like, all right, let's cut the shit. And then the guy who fucking built the hole forgot where he put a hole, fell in it. And then 20 minutes later, the girl fell in a different hole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, after he leaves. That was funny. The music was very fucking good. I don't know who did the music, but the music was fantastic throughout the whole thing. Very droning, and it wasn't until the very, very end that it picked up. And, like, that's what one thing I noticed, like, specifically, the music was super droning, and a lot of the shots were, like, just long shots of, like, a car driving. A lot of, like, filler droniness to this movie, like, you know, purposefully, of course. I mean, I'm not saying it's like there just to waste time. I think it's part of this like weird dreamlike fucking vibe this movie has. What the fuck is the cover? What's up with the blue fish on the cover?
You know, I think that's just, I don't know.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
But yeah, definitely some cool shit in here, but it was more just trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to be watching right now, and who I'm supposed to be following, and who's on what side sometimes, you know? Who's the yakuza, who's not, who's what?
Odd
ass movie to me.
I'm a huge fan of him. I'm excited to show it to some of my friends.
Oh yeah.
Especially since like some of them are also huge Sopranos fans, so I think this would just hit real good. But I was gonna say something. Tarantino did like a whole introduction for this movie too, like years ago. Yeah, because like this movie didn't get a U.S. release until like a few years after the movie came out, I think. But
I just want to find. I'm like reading all the reviews. I want to like figure out why I don't like it, and everybody else is seeing something that I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying, and I'm reading some of these, like this one. An affecting portrait of gangsters as lost boys. Pacing and editing are very deliberate. Sound design is weird. It's like, yeah, it's just gangsters. It's like the soft side of gangsters. Like, you're seeing them very human young boys trying to be gangsters. And I guess I like that, but, like, I don't know. Is that what this movie's about?
Yeah.
What is this movie about?
It's about, you know, just... Sometimes it's just nice to chill.
Yeah.
Why you always gotta be worrying about Yakuza shit when you can just hang out at the beach?
True. With your boys.
You know, I got a huge fucking grin on my face just talking about how cool it is to hang out at the beach.
I love the beach. I love beach.
Dude, do you think Muraka would want his job to just be beach?
At this point, yes.
If he could just do beach and that's it, he'd love it.
He loved it. The frisbee, the fucking everything was great out there. They were living life. They really were.
Life.
That girl wanted to be out there forever. Fell in love. Shit was weird.
And apparently also the director and lead actor, Takashi Kitano. Apparently he's got like a nickname. But I can't think of what it is. Oh, Beat Takashi. Yeah. He's actually like a comedian. He was a comedian before making this movie. So when he made this movie, like there's like a very like dead serious. I think it was like that's what Tarantino said, like dead serious take. You know, like not really like glorified image of the Yakuza. So coming out with this, it's kind of like a huge flip on the head for like Yakuza films at the time. So this is all like a pretty big fucking deal when it came out. Just like this
92, right?
93.
93.
Yeah, so when this came out, it kind of like showed this whole different angle of just having some fun at the beach. It's like a beach episode.
Walking around on the beach.
Yeah.
It is the beach episode of The Sopranos.
There you go.
Done.
You know, they're playing like their sumo games. You know, they're pretending that they're on a big sumo mat.
The part where they started like jumping, like the little like fucking figures that they were playing with.
Paper figures.
They started jumping around. That part made me laugh.
It was fun. Yeah, it's a vibes movie.
It was, yeah, but vibes weren't all that. They didn't. Vibes weren't enough to get me through. They weren't good enough. They were just fine. I couldn't tell a motivation apart from anything. Like I didn't know anybody's motivation with anything. Apparently, this main character doesn't have any, and that's the point. You know, he's lost motivation. But like, what's the motivation for anybody to do anything in here? I'm not sure. People are stabbing each other. They're friends. They're shooting each other, but they're cool. I'm confused. Who's who? Or maybe I just need to watch it again.
I would love to watch it again. Like I was thinking about watching it again, like before we started the episode, or not
Really?
like yeah, or like like before recording, like at some point in the past few days. I just didn't get around to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ass reviews.
Oh yeah, people love it.
For real.
Roger Ebert gave it a 3.5 out of 4. Said it shows that gangster films do not need to have stupid dialogue, nonstop action, and gratuitous gore. So yeah, it just really showed just again different side of the yakuza that again at the time was just taken so seriously and straightforward.
Yeah. I get what everybody's saying. I just don't get why that's that exciting. 5 stars. This person says the movie's neat and tight. Oh, neat and tidy shootouts, devoid of emotion or weight. Bullets flying around light as feathers. Calm as Sonatine. Clean faces, combed hair, disinfected clothes. I like that shit they ended with, basically. But why? But why are neat and tidy shootouts devoid of emotion or weight? Why is everybody liking this?
There's no stakes.
I missed it.
There's no stakes.
I think this is the exact. This is the exact thing with like Wes Anderson movies. If they don't hit you right, you just don't get it. I don't think I get it. I just think it didn't hit me. I just I just sat and stared at these scenes happening, and not a single one of them really made me connect to this movie. I mean, at all. Is it me? Am I broken? Do I not want to hang out on the beach with my boys?
You just sitting there, just sour face. Like, why are we having fun? I'm a hard-blooded yakuza member. Why are we having fun?
Yeah, damn right I am. Really am.
I forgot. There's one dude who's got tattoos all over his arms. He's doing a little song and dance, and then other people join up behind him. All stage performance going on. He was having a blast.
Sure. He sure was.
Yeah.
Oh, I just. Mood fellas, somebody said instead of good fellas. They said mood fellas. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Bored fellas, also a good one.
But also, I'm looking at that one. 4.5 stars.
Yeah.
So not bored like they were fucking bored out of their skull.
No, bored.
Here we go.
I think the
greatest
Yakuza
hangout
members
movie?
are bored.
Yeah. Greatest hangout movie, idiosyncratic Yakuza movie ever made.
Yeah, it's look at these. Those are 4 or higher. Almost all of them.
Who doesn't enjoy watching a bunch of hardcore middle-aged Yakuza dudes wearing Hawaiian shirts and playing the most childish games on the beach for 90 minutes straight? That's the point of the movie right there. You're just hanging out with them. You're just there to hang out. Wait for Yakuza stuff to happen with them. They're waiting on orders, you're waiting on them to get orders, but you're hanging out. It's the friends we made along the way type thing. But you're already friends.
Man. This person called it a 90-minute anime beach episode of hell.
Yeah, it's
It's the beach episode.
It's the beach episode.
The beach episode of the real life Yakuza.
Yeah. It's a vibes movie. That's all I can fucking say about it,
You think real Yakuza members are sitting there I wish it was me sitting on the beach with my friends.
I wish my boss would send me to the beach house instead of the fucking dusty pool hall.
Oh man. Yeah,
I'm excited to watch. I'm genuinely excited to watch it again.
I might have to put it back on at some point. I don't know.
Give yourself some time to think about it, Let it stew after this podcast, and then read some more about it.
I'm gonna read all these reviews, figure out what people like about it.
Come back to it knowing that it's a vibes movie, and then you'll be like, all right.
I have to.
There you go.
So, not to jump to, we say this after the review, but I want to say that I don't think this belongs on a Weirdo watch list, even a little. It's not weird. It's not. It was like the dream sequence in the middle, and then just like, I guess a little weird. I don't know. Not that weird. Very straightforward hangout movie.
Yeah, for a yakuza movie, for a mob movie, it's like certainly different, but again, it's just like a vibes. Again, I've said this 30 fucking times, but it's a vibes movie. You're just hanging out.
It's a vibe.
You're especially in a post Sopranos world. You've seen the Sopranos. This is too familiar. This is just a like fucking Paulie, Christopher, and Pussy all just hanging out, waiting for Tony to tell him to do something.
There's a guy named Pussy.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. He talks like this, dude, the whole time. Hey Tony. Big gravelly man. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
My
old boss loved The Sopranos, and when he would talk business, he would like slip into this Sopranos ass like voice, and like it was very funny. I loved it.
Yeah. There's a fucking, I can't remember his name, but he looks like he's like the look on his face. He looks like he's always doing an Al Pacino impression. And the first two episodes, they keep telling him like, "Hey, do the thing," and then he does the things like. He does like an Al Pacino impression from like Scarface or Goodfellas. Not Goodfellas, he wasn't in that. The Godfather, just like God, what's the fucking impression? He does like the same Al Pacino bit every time they tell him like, I had to clip him, he's my son. I'm Al Pacino. Just every fucking time.
I love Scarface.
And he keeps.
Do you like Scarface?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that. I thought you were gonna say that. That's okay. I'm not mad.
For as many movies as I've seen, I've seen Gore Verbinski's The Weatherman, but I have not seen Brian De Palma's Scarface.
It's all right. You'll get there someday.
I'll get there. Working on going through De Palma at some point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got one of his movies on DVD called Blowout.
Okay. Yeah, with John Travolta.
It was good. Yeah, I got the Criterion. Yeah. Somebody sold it to me for $5.
Nice. I was going to go to Half Price Books today to look at their Criterions.
Oh, do they have some?
They've got used ones. Yeah, you can find like some old shit that's out of circulation, like Armageddon or RoboCop. Those are like I said, the Criterion people. They don't want you to know, but those are in the collection.
Really?
They're out of print. You'll never see them again unless you buy them used.
Damn.
Yeah, and apparently the fucfucking the commentary track with Ben Affleck for Armageddon is fucking hilarious. Because Ben Affleck's just telling goofy stories about like what set was like with Michael Bay. That's where the fucking story about like Ben Affleck telling Michael Bay just like, wouldn't it be easier to tell astronauts to drill instead of teach drillers how to be astronauts? And then Michael Bay just telling him, shut the fuck up. That's where that story comes from.
Really?
And then just a bunch of other shit, just like, Ben Affleck. Again, Ben Affleck, I think by that point, Academy Award winner screenwriter? Armageddon, when did that come out? I'm going to spell it there.
I'm going to guess 2000.
That sounds about right. Fuck it.
I'm right.
I don't know how to spell Armageddon, so I'm just going to look up Bruce Willis.
So much easier to spell.
Yeah.
I
forgot how big his filmography is. Okay. 98. Yeah, so 98, and then Good Will Hunting was like, what, 96?
Something like that?
97. So, like, I mean, I don't know if...
Ben Affleck in his prime.
Yeah. So I don't think Ben Affleck won for screenwriting by the time Armageddon was out, but... Or by the time he was filming. But either way, it doesn't take too much brain cells to be a smarter screenwriter than Michael Bay. You don't have to jump through many hoops to overthink one of his movies.
Yeah. Armageddon's good.
I gotta watch it. I heard it's like one of those long 2.5 hours. And Liv Tyler's in it, and I fucking hate her.
Really?
Yeah, she just has the same fucking weepy puppy dog face, and she's terrible.
She got a very specific face,
Yeah,
for sure.
and she's terrible at acting.
Well, come
She gets a pass for Lord
on.
of the Rings, but that's because she gets to do an elvish accent, which hides her bad acting.
Yeah, she has to act dry. It's not hard.
Yeah.
So Sonatine, you gave what? 4 out of 5? 5 out of 5? You loved it. 5 out of 5? What?
4 out of 5, but I wouldn't be shocked if it goes up on rewatches because I do like thinking about it a lot.
I'm interested in seeing some of it again, some of the bits again. Like the dream sequence in the middle was so cool, and I liked it. It was like weird as fuck. I don't even know if you remember it. It's right after the scene where he has the revolver and he pretends there's a bullet in there, and he's playing rock paper scissors with the guys.
God, yeah, there's a Russian roulette scene, and it's so funny and scary too.
And then he pretends, he's gonna shoot himself, but there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
And then the next scene is like a dream sequence, but then when he does it, like there's like blood pouring out of his head, and it's like weird as fuck. It's just a dream. I don't know.
And then at the end of the movie, he does kill himself.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, that's the point of the show.
Yeah, you were supposed to see it already. We talked about everything else. Now you know.
All the funny jokes. I do want to talk about the Russian roulette bit again because it was really funny. They're like, they're like shooting cans off of each other's heads.
Yeah.
And then when he comes over, I was like, all right, let's play Russian roulette. Spins the barrel, and then he's like, here, shoot yourself, and then click. All right, shoot yourself, and then click. And then he goes to shoot himself. Or no, he fires 3 shots first, 3 clicks. So there's 3 clicks left, ideally, and one of them's a bullet. So he's like, click at one of them, click at the other. And then they're all freaking out, like, that last one's definitely the bullet. And then he clicks again, and he's like, one of them looks at the other and just goes like, you fucking idiot, there's no bullets in there. You were a pussy, you're scared. Thought that was funny. And like, dude, I was just like laughing my ass off at that. Just like, you were shitting your pants too, bud. Calm down.
Yeah, dude, that dude is unfeeling.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, there was the scene where the girl is gonna be, sexually assaulted on the beach. She's just watching. Whatever. Not my fucking problem. Not my issue. He's like, you like watching people fuck, you pervert? He's like, caca. Just shoots him twice. Doesn't even make a face.
Bam, bam, yeah. He's
I'll
numb.
I'll fucking cut you. I'll fucking slice your cuckoo. I was just kidding.
I didn't mean it.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's digging again. Like he's just so numb to like the depravity of being a yakuza member. He sees a sexual assault happening. Doesn't even faze him, and then has to shoot the guy for being like threatening him. And then just doesn't fucking care.
And moves on with his day. Whatever.
Moves on, goes and sees what his friends are doing. Friends are trying to take a shower, but they're out of water. Gotta wait for the rain to come, and then the rain stops mid-shower.
Goddamn. Being a Yakuza's tough, guys.
Yakuza's tough. Even if you're at the beach house, sometimes it's just gotta deal with shit sometimes.
Doesn't matter how good the vibes are.
Yeah.
I honestly I didn't review this yet. I was gonna give it a 1, but I think I'm bumping it up to a 2.
That's what I like to hear.
You've at least convinced me that.
That's what I like to hear. That means
I did really like the music. The music was so good throughout the whole fucking thing. And I like next time you watch it, which it might be soon. Sounds like, listen to how fucking droney it is until I think last scene where like. The last scene where before he kills himself, he goes in with a machine gun, fucking mows everybody down. The music fucking just goes to like gas pedal to the floor, and I swear to God, I felt like that was the only time in the movie it did that. It like hit me in the face. I was like, "What the fuck? Why is this so like fast?" The movie's been so droney the whole time. Then he goes in.
You've been having so much fun at the beach, and then when Yakuza stuff has to happen, it hits you like, "Oh my God, I forgot how violent these people are."
Yeah, violent at the beginning. Beach, violent at the end. Violent a little bit throughout. A little bit.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Great movie. I loved it.
Not bad. I hope our conversation at least piques people's interest enough to want to watch it for themselves.
We haven't had too much of a polarizing movie either. Like,
No, we really haven't.
the closest we had was like The Celebration, but we both had like good things to say about it. You know,
true.
you gave it like a positive. You just said like some stuff didn't work too well.
Yeah,
but only a little bit.
It was a weirdo one for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 out of 10 out of you. No, 4 out of 10 out of you.
4 out of 10 out of me.
8 out of 10 out of me. 8 out of 10
Hell yeah.
Mysterious fish on spearhooks out of me.
Yeah, very, very weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
But again, not that weird of a movie. And honestly, I was looking through. I just clicked on the Weirdo Watchlist earlier. And I was like, some of these, I think I've said this before, but some of these just are not weird at all.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just, like, I guess I could see why some of them are put on there, but like, I want weird. I want, you know, instead of 1900 semi-weird movies, I want like 1,000 really fucking weird ones. You know, boil it down a little bit.
Beetlejuice is on here. What the heck?
Yeah, see, it's like, it's odd.
That's a normal movie. Maybe, dude, if we jinx it on accident, we'll spin for Beetlejuice. Just have to watch that.
I do love Beetlejuice. Not that weird, and it would be a waste of an episode. But we get to talk about Beetlejuice.
Hey,
how it's not weird.
Listen. The only way we waste it, it's a waste of an episode, is if we let it happen. If we let it be a waste.
That's true. I'll talk about the Beetlejuice musical I just went and saw last month. It was fantastic.
Go bring that up. Didn't fucking that one politician, Laura Barber, like fiddle her boyfriend at that? She definitely fiddled somebody at a Beetlejuice showing.
Fuck yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. Anyway, the Weirdo Watchlist, right? Beetlejuice, Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD. That's a weirdo movie. That's a trauma movie.
Oh my god, I love that there's a lot of movies on here that I've seen before and I forgot about. And the moment I like remember them and then remember why they're on this list, I go, oh yeah. You ever seen Tree of Life?
I haven't. No.
Terrence Malick, weird. I had to watch it twice in a row because I didn't get it. And I still didn't get it. I was like, I was pretty high, but like, oh, what the fuck is happening? Oh, we get.
I'd love to keep looking through here.
Do we need to spin?
Before we spin, let's do a question because I know when we spin that.
Oh, that's right. You said we had a question.
We've got a question from friend of the show, Vince. They texted me a question, didn't even fucking comment like I told everybody to. But I've had plenty of time to think about this, but you didn't because I didn't tell you we had a question.
Okay, I'm ready.
He says, what's the best movie experience you've had in a movie theater?
Oh.
So I've got mine. I've got a couple.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got a few. So like, as much as I fucking hate saying it, seeing Endgame and that third Spider-Man, that No Way Home.
Yeah.
Those were great crowd movies. Everyone was into it. Thankfully,
100%.
I don't have to deal with that ever again. Because now I just don't want to be in a room full of a bunch of sweaty nerds. Because now it just feels meaningless.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But there is one specifically that I always think about. And it's when I saw The Northman. Robert Eggers' The Northman.
Okay. Good movie.
You know, like, spoilers for the end of the movie. You know? I'm not going to go too much into it. But, they're atop the volcano at the big climax of the movie. And then when Alexander Skarsgård like gives a big swing of his sword at his uncle, all I heard in the back, just the back corner, was just a big woo. Just one dude just in it. He was into it. He gave a little hoot. Gave it just one solid just woo. Woo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was loving it.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. Yeah, I knew he was just so fucking into the movie, and he was so excited. And, damn it, I fucking knocked something over.
Oh.
It's alright. And I was into the movie too, so I was also with that guy. But that's just one that definitely sticks out to me, like, more recently. You know, I'm sure there's other great stuff that I've experienced that I've forgotten about. But that's one specific.
Oh, man. Some of my favorites, when I was in youth group, we rented out or I don't know if it rented out, but like we were staying overnight at some fucking Christian thing, blah blah blah. Anyway, we got to all go into a theater and watch Where the Wild Things Are, the 2009 fucking live action movie. And I loved it. I was like, it was a fucking theater full of like these fucking loser kids and me,
and you,
and me. I'm cool as hell. But everybody hated it, and like it's not like I was into cinema or anything at that time. But like that movie just fucking hit me hard, and like I loved it. I loved it so much. And that one was a cool theater experience for only that reason. Just being in the middle of the night. There's like midnight showing weird shit, event type thing. That was cool. Seeing, God, what was it?
Where the Wild Things Are.
Yes. What about it?
Is that...
I was thinking of something else. Sorry. God. I don't know. There's a theater in my grandma's town, Lisbon, North Dakota. It's like the oldest continuously running theater in the country or something. It's this tiny old ass theater, and I like going in there because it's just like stepping into the past. It's all concrete, nasty, shitty theater. But I really like going in there and watching anything. I saw Finding Nemo in there when it was originally released. That was fire. They had couches. They had couches in there back in the day. Like half the chairs were like gone and broken and shit, so they just threw like couches, and it was so fire. I love that. Love it.
Love it. There's one I just fucking thought of, but I immediately forgot because you did it. There's a thing you did when you talk about like being the one cool guy and like all us loser kids and me.
Yeah.
We talked about it before we started the recording. How people think you're like Adam Devine, and in that moment, it was like that's him. There he is.
Yeah.
Just like Adam Devine.
Adam Devine mannerisms, apparently.
Yeah. No, it hit.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be pissed because as soon as we finish the recording, I'm gonna remember what I wanted to mention. Yeah. Oh Christ!
I saw the movie Tar in theaters, which was not that long ago, but that was like one of my first experiences at the theater in St. Michael, Minnesota. Which huge shout out to that theater because it's independently run and it is beautiful in there, and it is so dead all the time. And they play good movies. I saw Tar in there. I was the only person in the theater, and just loved it. I was fucking baked out of my mind. Some of the best.
Weird movie to be baked to.
Yeah, and it was fantastic. I was by myself. I was like, this is fucking great. I was talking to the usher when he came in, just like, I was like, have you seen this thing? He's like, no. I'm like, bro, you gotta watch this thing. This thing's nuts, bro. It's like some high schooler.
Fucking poor kid just like watches Marvel movies. That's why he works there. And then he's sitting through Tar 2 hours and 40 minutes. Kate
Have
Blanchett.
you seen it yet?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's great.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, great movie. Love it. But just Kate Blanchett just like yelling at people and just fucking just like running around like worrying about getting canceled. It's like, this is awesome.
This is cinema.
Great. Hey, great fucking movie though, Tar.
Oh yeah.
Not on the Weirdo Watch List.
Probably shouldn't be. I don't know. Not that weird.
Yeah. It's just a fucking character drama.
A good one. Oh, let's spin that wheel, I think.
Let's spin that wheel. I'm not going to fucking remember what I was going to say.
Hey, if you do...
What other theater experience I had. So, let me pull up the wheel. Here it is. Here's the wheel. And let's give it a spin and see what we have to watch for the next episode and what you, audience, will also have to watch. And we have Alice, number 956 on the Weirdo Watch List. Yeah, so
is it what I think it is?
That's gonna be like page fucking 10, I think. I didn't pull up the actual Weirdo Watch List. I gotta find it. Unless you find it first, and then
I have it, but am I gonna be able to find 900?
It's like page 10, I think. Page 8 or 10.
Or 9. What about 9?
Oh, you might be right. Maybe 9.
Sorry. I don't want to be right. I'm so sorry.
That's the fun part, because I don't cut this part out when we have to find the movie we're about to watch.
Gotta find it.
Gotta find it. Alright, page 5, 7. I did scroll real quickly past the Blair Witch Project, which I did rewatch last night at the Trilon.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic, still awesome to this day.
Oh yeah.
Page 10, by the way.
Alice, page 10. Okay.
50. Is that it? No, that's it. What the fuck is 956? Oh, son of a bitch. I've got the fucking numbers wrong. They're all numbered wrong.
I have a 9. Well, what do we do? What are we doing?
Well, we still.
I found Beetlejuice.
There it is. Oh yeah, there it is. I'll just look it up. I'll just search Alice because that means I have to fucking go through the fucking number list I did. Okay, 1988. Wow. That sounds like it was around. Jesus Christ, what am I looking at?
1988. Is that the right one?
Yep, Weirdo Watchlist. There it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Alice. It's got a fucking creepy looking doll on the banner.
Is this? Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's just live action, right?
A film made for children, perhaps? Question mark. Not streaming on any services. Oh, okay. It's on Canopy, which we need a library card for. Ovid and Fandor. What the fuck is a Fandor? So this is...
Wow.
Okay, so you can do it through Prime for a free trial. Or, I know Canopy I need to fucking get a library card for. It's free trial for through Ovid? But this doesn't look like... Yeah, that's not
Is that
right
like
movie.
COVID?
Yes.
Sounds scary.
It's also the Ovid link does not link to the right movie, by the way. So ignore that one. It looks like we can free trial it through Amazon Prime.
Okay, this is the puppet one.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I've seen this movie.
There's a puppet there. Well, let me look this up on YouTube. Maybe it's on YouTube because
I'm nearly paused. Wait. Go direct. Oh yeah, bitch.
I should have just done 1998. What am I doing?
Oh yeah, my buddy lent this to me like a year ago. Oh no, maybe this is different. Oh no, 100% is the same one. Stop motion, weird shit. This movie's weird as fuck. It's also free on YouTube. I found the link.
That's so cool. Oh, there it is too. I found it also with subtitles. All right, cool. That looks fucked up. That's a rat.
Yeah. That's a weird one.
Awesome. Sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have our movie. It's free on YouTube. Look up Alice 1988.
Yep.
I'll put it in the description for the YouTube video too. I'll just link it there. 6 months ago it was uploaded too.
I don't know if I've ever finished this movie. I think it was just like a weird watch, and then I was just like, I got over it. So maybe I'll watch the whole thing. I will watch the whole thing this time.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
that's the end. Any closing thoughts before we end this recording and end this episode?
Oh man, I don't got any thoughts. I think no thoughts in my brain except for that I need to watch more movies in theaters. There's nothing out except for Flowers of the Killer Moon. Hasn't been anything good in a month.
I mean, yeah, Flowers of the Killer Moon, that's out. That's good. I can't think of what comes out that's next. Napoleon comes out end of next. God damn, I got the hiccups. End of next
another long one.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeesh. You know what? I have a list, so maybe I should just buy 2 tickets on different days and just watch them in 2 different days. You know what I mean? Hour and 45 here, hour and 45 there. Where does it go? I don't know.
There you go. You just gotta remember. You just gotta figure out how to get in that second time, like which showtime, when to get in.
Yeah.
Like, has it been long enough? Am I missing a bit?
I gotta do math.
Five Nights at Freddy's comes out this coming weekend as a recording and uploading too. I mean,
should we watch that?
I think we watch that.
Come back?
Watch that and Flower Moon, and then we have two.
We got the 2 best,
very similar movies to talk about.
Yeah, 2 Oscar baity ass movies.
And then of course Alice from 1988.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. Here, I'll just add this to my watch list, just on Letterboxd, and then remember.
Marks.
Okay. So that's the homework
right.
For the listeners at home. We'll talk spoilers for Killers of the Flower Moon, probably the Five Nights at Freddy's movie too, and then YouTube has Alice 1988 for free. Just the whole movie. With English subtitles remastered and everything.
Damn.
So, yeah, there you go. And again, the link to the movie will also be in the description, too. So I'll do that this week, since it's seemingly the best, easiest way to watch it. All right.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the episode. Be sure to like the video or podcast, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Spotify, rate us 5 stars on Spotify too, and leave us a question if you have any questions you want to ask about anything at all, and we'll answer it or we'll ignore it depending on how bad the question is.
One of those two.
Yeah. Okay. Twitters and Letterboxd profiles are in the description. I haven't plugged them onto the fucking video yet because I'm too lazy to do that.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. And I've done
don't follow
enough.
my Twitter.
Yeah, I've done enough droning on the end here, so I'm gonna stop the recording. Goodbye, everybody.